Tonight on LFG, the future greats will have to work either big or small in their matches.
Big man, little man, David versus Goliath. It has been working since day one in pro wrestling.
In this episode, I want you all to take advantage of this and really understand the essence of this storytelling.
This ain't no David versus Goliath. This is straight Goliath tonight.
P-Nasty ain't here to play. I'ma lay your ass out.
Even though I am the smallest one in this competition, that's an advantage to me, and I can play to my size rather than thinking I need to look bigger.
And in our main event tonight, it is no doubt a David versus Goliath matchup, as Summer Sorrell goes one-on-one with Bayley Humphrey.
Looks like dinner.
It's a new day at LFG, and Shawn Michaels has gathered everyone in the gym for a major announcement.
Once again, hello, everybody. All righty. Know there's been a lot of talk out there, but for the record, size matters. At least, pretty good introduction, right? Certainly it does in the wrestling business, okay? Undertaker, can I trouble you to... No, but again, before we even get into that, simple story, right? Big, small, big, not so big. However it is you want to define it, I want you all to take advantage of this and really understand the essence of this storytelling for this particular subject.
So this week is all about size matters. This is a big week for me because within LFG, I'm the biggest dude now.
Nowadays, it often doesn't get told right, because you have to understand the way Taker and I worked in 1996.
Here comes the Undertaker! Oh no! It'd be a bad time to be Shawn Michaels.
Very different than the way we worked in 2009, 2010.
At WrestleMania 25, Shawn Michaels and The Undertaker utilized their size to put on what's considered to be one of the greatest matches of all time.
You have to understand that when you're on the smaller side, they're never looking for me to kick his ass.
I always loved the big man, little man story, because you look at it and you go, oh, little man doesn't have a chance, right?
Pro wrestling fans love to root for an underdog. And you look at that on paper and you're like, oh my gosh, Taker's gonna kill him. And Taker did.
Undertaker! No! Shawn with a 40!
But at the end of the day, he was still there.
Oh my God! Look at this! Michael's caught! Hang on! Shawn is caught! Tombstone! Tombstone! Undertaker! I am not believing this!
When we tell this story, this side here, it's about hope. It's about an upset.
I probably have watched Shawn Michaels versus The Undertaker over 25 times. I mean...
Michaels elbow him!
I mean, you think about the best duo, and I would honestly think Shawn Michaels and Taker, like, they just put on such good bangers.
The last ride! Incoming! Oh, see Michaels in midair! Michaels caught! Michaels caught! Tombstone!
To be honest, don't really watch any of their stuff. It's really nothing special about what they said. Like, everybody gets the story, bro. It's not that complicated to understand. Like, big guy, little guy. Shawn took like an hour up there to explain it, but I was like, bro, this is the most simple concept of all time.
Please always understand the hardest work you're going to do in this business is not physical. It's going to be mental up here. It's going to be the creative and the psychology side of this business.
They really expressed to us how important it is to put the story over more than yourself.
All right, so today in your matches, they're going to be judged on how you best utilize your size, whether it be big, whether it be small, to your best advantage. Good luck, and we'll see how it all turns out.
The legends must decide which of the future greats should wrestle in today's matches. Keeping in mind, they must use their size to their full advantage in order to earn a point.
When he's working someone like a Taker, no matter how big that guy is, he never dies. He always gives people hope.
This has a lot to do with what Taker's been talking to me about. Being who I am, being that 6'6" monster, ass beater.
As a bigger person, I feel like I do have an edge. And so I was really hoping to be able to take advantage of that opportunity.
I think I kind of fit into both because, yes, I do have muscles and I'm the big guy, heavier guy, but at the same time, I'm not the tallest guy. So I think I'm more of a hybrid than big or small.
Did you guys notice anything different about Sean today?
He cares about this.
Yes. Not that he doesn't care about this. He's passionate
very passionate
about this.
Yes.
Because what Sean explained today and what Taker backed up, cream. Cash rules everything around me. Cream, get the money. Dollar bill, y'all. Don't dance.
The legends now gather separately to decide the matches.
Interesting this week, big versus small. I got to go with one of my #1 bigs. I want to see Bayley be the killer that she is. Monster. I want her to be the monster.
Bayley and who?
I don't know. What about your girl?
Which one?
Huh?
Summer?
Yeah. You want to feed her to the bone collector?
Yeah.
You think she can?
Yeah, I think she can handle it.
Okay, well, there we go. That's one.
I want to see my boy Chris Island. Chris Island like clay right now. I'm going to have to mold Chris Island into that athlete that I want to see here in season 2.
Big and small?
Yeah.
What about Drake? You feel good about that?
Yeah, I like Drake.
I think that's a real good contrast in style.
Yeah, I'm trying to get something different out of Chris as well, so I think that'll be a good matchup for him.
And you're trying to get different out of Drake too, right?
Yeah. I'm trying to get him to be 6'7", whatever he is, and be a big man.
Michelle?
I got Panina. I like her aggression. I gave you Summer. What about Dani?
That is big and small. She's got a little bit of,
She's gonna
I think
have to
she's
be
got
ready.
a chip on her shoulder, and I think she's ready to prove herself over the long term.
I got an idea. It's not necessarily big versus small, but Elijah's newfound fire has me real intrigued. So what if we put Elijah in a match against Anthony Luke? Anthony's definitively taller. Elijah's jacked to the 9s. But I think watching Elijah fight from underneath against Anthony could give off that big and small perception.
Yeah, he's got that big energy. I like that. I like that.
So, okay, Anthony Luke, Elijah,
Drake
and Chris Island, Panina and Dani, Bayley and Summer. I like those. That's compelling. That's interesting.
Interesting.
I like it a lot.
Yeah.
Cool.
Let's go with it.
Book it.
Do it.
Book it.
Even though I am the smallest one in this competition, that's an advantage to me, and I can play to my size rather than thinking I need to look bigger.
It's a whole new look. It's a whole new mindset. Everything was new, but then the job is still the same.
The future greats are ready, and the stage is set. The first match is Anthony Luke against Elijah Holyfield.
Elijah, I got a lot of respect for you. But when you step in that ring, this is my game, my field. And there's no way in hell I'm letting you get that point tonight. You're going against the most fly, the most handsome, the last act. And you about to find out real soon what happens when you mess with Showtime, Anthony Luke.
It seems that Bubba Ray is all in, Jeremy, on this man, Elijah Holyfield.
Certainly can't blame him after what we've seen so far, the progress, the development under the watchful eye of Bubba Ray Dudley. I can tell you this much, I would say we've definitely seen a lot of advancement. Oh, wow. Look at this.
I don't know if he wants to mock a Holyfield, but we've seen liver punches from Elijah buckle the knees of his opponents. That's certainly one way to answer back Anthony Luke if you're Elijah Holyfield, but it's not all about wins and losses. It's about earning points, as we've already talked about. And this week, it's about working on your size, JB.
It certainly is, and that's what we're seeing as Anthony Luke, the size advantage here. Elijah Holyfield, while smaller in size, is an absolute pit bull when the bell rings.
Let's see this. Nice.
I should correct myself. It's working to your size. All matches, a larger opponent, a smaller opponent, and right now we're seeing Anthony Luke operate at a much, for lack of a better phrase here, bigger size, bigger stature in the ring.
Well, certainly it can work both ways. Obviously, Anthony Luke taking the size advantage, and we're seeing it on display here. Incredible connection to Elijah Holyfield and a cover.
And a kick out.
Get him.
Come on, Elijah.
You tell he's thinking, he's trying to stop him. He's trying to stop him.
So all four of our legends, all four Hall of Famers looking on at these two athletes here on LFG.
Come on, get up, 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 get up.
Luke in control of this match. But again, Anthony Luke 0 points thus far. I mean, can he get it done tonight for his team, for Michelle McCool?
Well, he needs to. It's crunch time. It's cutting time here in LFG, and Anthony Luke yet to show up on the board with the point.
Come on, Anthony, you got more than this.
You hear what the coaches are saying about Anthony, about Elijah, is now showcasing that strength is showtime. Floating right over into the cover, hook of the leg. Still not enough. And you talk about 0 points, first pick, big man, little man, working bigger, working smaller. What must Michelle McCool be thinking right now of that first overall pick, that being Anthony Luke?
I like that.
I did too.
Well, she knows the potential, and she knows while he hasn't scored a point yet, she knows that opportunity to be the first-round draft pick and show up and dominate is what he's meant to do and what he was born to do. However, the numbers don't show it yet, and Anthony Luke is in a real interesting situation. Last season, called an early front runner, performed all the way through, got eliminated in the semifinals. This time around, he has vowed to not only make it to the finals, but to win the whole thing.
And you start to wondering, you know, in his own mind, because we talked about this even when we're not on air calling matches, the mental part of the game, which a lot of these coaches try to help the athletes with. And you got to wonder, does it get into his psyche as he's putting together some offense here in this matchup? Is Luke looking for another suplex, this time up over, landing on his feet is Holyfield. Elijah just able to get out of the way, could be a turning point in the match.
That's just what I'm talking about. Like, when he can get rid of that kind of bullshit, he'll be all right.
Come on, Elijah was a fire.
What is he selling? What is he selling? What is he selling? You've been kicking the guy's ass the whole time. Why is he selling that?
Strong words from Booker T, but coming back on the prowl here is Elijah Holyfield. Jeremy, a self-described hybrid of sorts.
Well, it's an appropriate term because he is the best of both worlds. Elijah Holyfield, when it comes to intensity, he's a 10. When it comes to power, he's a 10. When it comes to his strength, he's a 10. Experience is where he lacks, and that's where he's developing right before our very own eyes. Here's a cover.
Near fall off the Bulldog.
Fire, 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 Elijah, fire. Get your head up, come on. Come on, come on.
This is where those little things coming in from the coaches, the smallest detail is also what could be the biggest difference in a matchup for these athletes. Again, as the legends look on. And now again, going in, hoisting up Holyfield. And Luke showing off a little bit too much and right to the stomach. And there's that power of the punch from Elijah Holyfield.
Takes the wind out of you, and then a follow-up cover. And a pin.
Holyfield gets him.
Here's your winner, Holyfield!
Statement made by Elijah. As the legends look on, who will be awarded a point tonight?
Our next match is Tuilaepa versus Dani Sakielski.
Dani Sakielski? We talking about the Penn State cheerleader who said tens and thousands of people came to watch her cheer? You a damn lie, Dani. What they really came to do was watch the damn football players. I would know, because as a rugby player, I was on the field. I was on putting in the work. And just like I'm gonna do to you when we get up in that ring, I'm gonna lay your ass out. P Nasty ain't here to play. Come on now, you call yourself the shooting star. How the hell? I'm a real shooter. I'm gonna get the bullseye every damn time. Dani Sakielski, I don't even know who the hell you chose. I don't know why you are so stupid. You finna come get your damn issue.
There is no doubt who has the size advantage in this matchup. The action continuing here on LFG.
And her opponent,
She's about to get killed.
The Undertaker, from Stamford, Connecticut, Dani Sakielski.
Well, this is a woman who sees her size as an advantage. Whenever you talk to her, she doesn't see it as a disadvantage. One iota.
Oh, baby, don't turn your back on Panina.
Well, this is kind of action we love to see here on LFG.
Okay, this is going to be the match of the night right here. It's going to be the match of the night. I'm feeling it in my bones. I'm feeling it in my bones. I'm going to take her out, Panina.
And just tosses Dani Sakielski.
That was nasty par for the course. So when we talk about the size being an advantage for Dani, how will she use it tonight, in your opinion?
Well, she has to, and of course, you look at Dani and the size there, the size differential between these two. Dani needs to inspire and be inspired by someone the likes of Rey Mysterio. Get that fight, that heart. Get the fans behind her on that side. When you're dealing with a much bigger, tougher opponent, you have to show your fight and show your heart to get the fans' approval.
Sometimes it's about having more will than skill, but what a drop into the cover goes Panina. And a near fall. Panina has yet to make an impact this season, but was Michelle's first selection when you think about the women. Much like we talked with Anthony Luke, that kind of puts a target on your back.
Well, you certainly you have the high expectations, but Panina has delivered time and time out. I would tell you right now, although the points don't reflect it, Panina is a serious threat to any female who wants to take this thing home and win the NXT contract.
Oh. She got her ear. By any means necessary. I'm gonna call her P Nasty for just because it's a cute nickname.
Wow, she ragdolled Dani Sakielski, who has shown fight, shown the size does not matter. She can fight back and stay toe-to-toe with the best of them.
Trying to swing away now is Dani, one of only two women who have received points thus far. Right now, Jeremy, she's trying to keep that momentum going, but that's the second or third time she, and that being Dani, has just been tossed across the ring.
When you look at their backgrounds, their athletic backgrounds, what they did before getting into this ring here at LFG. And Dani Sakielski, a cheerleader, obviously very athletic, very acrobatic, can do it in the ring. P Nasty, on the other hand, comes to us from the rugby field, the rough and tough rugby field.
Well, she's showing you her roughness, she's showing you her toughness and her nastiness right now. And when we talk about matches featuring larger and smaller opponents, this is what a larger opponent would do. Wear down the smaller opposition, break them down physically, try to dissect them, and then, oh! That was a physical dissection with a spear. And Panina staring a hole in the Hall of Famers. Almost right now as if she's in cruise control. Come on, Hell's Gate! Hell's Gate submission!
Out of nowhere, that's the size. She did that from her back.
Trying to get Panina to tap. Great positioning. Gotta wonder what the Undertaker is thinking. And uh-oh, there's that size, that strength, that power. But again, Hell's Gate cinched in, locked in. P Nasty's got a tap.
Here is your winner by submission, Dani Sakielski.
Dani indeed used her size as an advantage to beat P Nasty.
From her back, was able to lock in the Hell's Gate submission, the move that the Undertaker gave her permission to use. And Dani Sakielski once again defies the odds. Victorious over the much larger P Nasty.
Can Dani do it again? Can she earn another point for her team here on LFG?
Up next, Drake Moro versus Chris Island.
It's a rough night to beat Chris Island. This ain't no David versus Goliath. This is straight Goliath tonight. And Chris, when you come down there and you step into that ring with me, you stepping into the swamp with Drake Moro. And when I get my hands on you, it's see you later, alligator.
Here we go. Cameraman, zoom in.
Surprised he didn't hit. Spin it up!
The pearly whites were good enough for me.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, representing Team Undertaker from Baton Rouge, Louisiana, weighing in at 290 pounds, Drake Moro.
Let's look at numbers, JB. 6'7". This man claims to be the biggest competitor.
Ugh. I like him with the hill way better.
Nasty.
I like him with the hill way better.
That's nasty. Man, you rub your ass on beads.
That's nasty. That's nasty.
I mean,
Perhaps this week, poor Ash. He is set up perfectly to succeed.
He has his work cut out for him with this member of Team Booker.
And his opponent, representing Team Booker.
Got a new look. Got a new look.
Weighing in at 245 pounds, Island.
Certainly does have a new look. This was actually suggested to him by his coach, Booker T. And Booker has said to me a number of times, I want to mold this man like a piece of clay.
He certainly has said that before. He's been very difficult, been very tough on Chris Island. Tough love demonstrated, if you will.
Don't get that close. Don't get that close. Don't get that close.
Fan favorite in this match, Chris Island with the adorned him all white. Whereas Drake Moro came out. I'm going to decide what he did with those beads. Won't repeat it, but he certainly let the crowd know that, well, not out to win their approval and goes right after them.
Well, I don't necessarily know if trying to get disqualified right off the top is what I would be looking to do in this matchup. So you got to wonder what the Undertaker could be thinking. Again, not about wins, not about losses, about impressing the four legends, all four Hall of Famers, earning yourself a point, not just for yourself, but for your team on LFG.
Ooh, all right. Yeah, all right. I like that.
I like that.
At least now for the moment, the Undertaker on the side of the boy from the Bayou.
Look at his ribs. Look at Drake's ribs.
Ooh. Chris Island trying to follow up. Island said he watched Shawn Michaels versus Undertaker, WrestleMania 25, nearly 30 times. Will studying tape of such an epic big versus small matchup help him or hurt him in this matchup?
Well, that match should be studied by anyone, no matter what size they are.
My favorite of all time, by the way.
One of the greatest matches you will ever see. And Chris Island knows that in order to do that, in order to implement the knowledge given him by Booker T, he needs to fight from below. He needs to come up from behind. He needs to do what he has to do inside the ring to work to size to his advantage in there with a guy the size of Drake Moro.
You know, this is season 2 of LFG. We saw a lot of tough lessons learned in season 1. It's carrying over here too tonight. And oh, big right hand in connect.
Oh, Lord.
Island picking right up, trying to throw hands with the 6'7" Drake Moro, who has not yet earned a point here in LFG. Oh,
They got it back.
Go back on tracks.
Into the cover.
Look, these competitors, this early into their career, you know, it's not all nice and shiny. They come with blemishes. They come with problems. They come with issues. They come with inexperience. It's going to come out in the ring sometimes. And what we're seeing right now is the development, the journey, the development right before our very own eyes, led by these legends.
Nasty old Bayou boy today.
It also comes from learning from, all those before them off the splash cover.
That was heavy.
You think?
I'm like, with that. There's no knees.
Zero vertical.
No knees or nothing.
Well, you know, if you think of basketball, 6'7", you really don't have to jump to try to dunk the ball. But for Moro, he has been taking lessons from The Undertaker all season long. Can he get it done here tonight as we're getting deep into the water of this matchup?
We've seen the progression in the ring of what Drake Moreau's been able to do over the course of the seasons here on LFG, but one thing we have not seen is the proper personality development. And he has not come into full circle and developed that all the way to where everyone is satisfied, especially The Undertaker.
And right back on top, and this is a textbook big man strategy. Lay all your weight onto your smaller opponent so they can't breathe. Because if you can't breathe, JB, you can't fight.
You're locked up in a headlock and at the same time have all that weight coming down on your back. It's not a good scenario for anyone in Chris Island's position to be in, but certainly fighting back is what Chris Island has done from the get-go here in Legends and Future Greats, and has to do it now with a series of rights.
Swing and a miss wildly, and leaving his feet for a second. Wisely into the cover, and kick out by Drake Moro. Went for that boot again, did not succeed. Island back up, and just hoisted up the much larger opponent into the cover. Hooks that outside leg, and still not enough to keep the boy from the Bayou down. And Island looking around, what does he have to do? Where does his mind go? It looks like he's thinking high risk. Will it have high reward? Undertaker looking on, perched up high, looking to fly, got caught. Massive choke slam.
Get up for him.
Come on. Either one of them else.
Here is your winner, Drake Moro!
Ain't nobody winning the vertical jump contest.
No, not at all.
I think they told a story.
They did tell a story.
Interesting to see how the legends award the points in this. Obviously a story told, but really was it enough to get the job done and win the night for these two?
Our next match is the main event of the evening.
LFG! 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 LFG!
And the LFG crowd packs into the arena, ready to witness Summer Sorrell versus Bayley Humphrey.
This is the moment I feel like I've been waiting for so long. Like game time. Like I'm ready to fight and I'm ready to give everything I have.
Welcome in ringside, Vic Joseph alongside Jeremy Borash. And Jeremy, tonight, big opportunities are on the horizon here at LFG.
Well, with The Undertaker and Michelle McCool standing just right above us here on the perch, about to watch this matchup. Its size matters. We're going to see how.
He waved to me.
Did he really?
Yeah, he waved to me.
Two Hall of Famers up there.
The following contest is scheduled for...
Looks like dinner for Bayley.
Orange County, California, Summer Sorrell!
She needs to slow down.
Well, I gotta be honest, JB, this is my first opportunity to see Summer in action.
Okay.
We got presents. I gotta give that to her.
That it factor.
Just 5 months, and she is ready to take that next step here tonight. And I understand her mother is in attendance tonight. Her mom did not know she would see her daughter perform inside a ring.
What a treat. It's her very first match in front of an audience, and what an opponent to face in that type of situation. Here we go.
And her opponent from Chandler, Arizona, Bayley Humphrey!
And she has quite the hurdle to overcome in this matchup. But I mentioned 5 months, Jeremy. That's the same time frame for her opponents.
Well, can you believe it? Bayley and Summer Sorrell about to face off. Now, when we take a, if we're grading on a curve, if we're comparing everybody else, these two are not only just rookies, they are green as can be. That's the term we use. But it's in this case, it's a compliment because
She might scare me a little bit.
you're going to see some confidence. Obviously, the butterflies there with Summer Sorrell. You can see that. But knowing what they're up against, knowing that The Undertaker is watching, Shawn Michaels is watching backstage, Michelle McCool up in the perch, and an audience of millions around the world about to watch these two lock up for the very first time. Summer Sorrell, Bayley, Humphrey about to do battle.
And as this has gone on, we understand that LFG tonight has been all about using your size. And for Bayley Humphrey, there is no doubt she has the opportunity to really showcase her dominance in this matchup.
Well, obviously the size of Bayley's so impressive, but Summer Sorrell, you know, don't count her out as well. Michelle McCool, when she picked Summer Sorrell, when she drafted her for Team McCool, she said, you know what, you remind me a lot of me. An all-American girl that's not afraid to fight.
That led to a Hall of Fame career. Of course, Michelle was inducted into this last year's Hall of Fame class, WrestleMania weekend in Las Vegas. But let's just call it what it is here for Summer. This is going to be an uphill battle.
It certainly is, but taking a look at, you know, the guidance that she has. Michelle McCool, of course, inducted by The Undertaker to the Hall of Fame. Now they are opponents here on LFG, and who's going to walk away at the end of the season as LFG champion? Can Taker do it? Can Taker repeat? Not if his wife, Michelle McCool, has anything to do about it.
I'm not going to comment on that at all because I don't know who I'm more scared of, if it's Michelle McCool or if it's The Undertaker, as the WWE Universe trying to rally Summer in this matchup, a track standout, and she's going to have to use some of that speed. And right now, JB showcasing some athleticism.
Showing some confidence as well. Sprint and hurdle specialist from Cal State, Fullerton. Summer Sorrell steps into this match.
Go to work, Bayley.
Knowing that she has her work cut out from her from a size perspective, but also take a look at the experience that Bayley's had since the first season of LFG. Summer Sorrell stepping into this platform for the first time, and obviously you can see that confidence. Bayley's so comfortable in front of the camera and so comfortable in front of the ring.
Don't take that, Summer!
Inside the ring.
Well, now you're seeing Bayley start to execute this obvious size, the obvious strength advantage. And look, when you talk about someone like The Undertaker, he was so good at capitalizing on his size versus every opponent.
Well, he certainly has, and he's been able to implement that knowledge to Bayley Humphrey. And I'll tell you what, Taker loves the training process.
Okay, come on, fight back, fight back, fight back.
Bayley Humphrey is a prize pupil of The Undertaker, and you can see that experience and that knowledge being put forth.
Did you realize that Bayley Humphrey just ran straight into that turnbuckle and then just kind of brushed it off like nothing?
Well, the turnbuckle may not be okay. That's going into this. Obviously, Bayley Humphrey is just a different level of fitness and size.
Into the cover off the body slam and a kick out. And this is not the greatest draw to have your first night out here on LFG.
I'll tell you right now, my girl's not going to quit.
Yeah, she knew what was good for her, she would.
You talk about using your size, you talk about using your strength. Right now, almost like a modified torture rack in a different way, but still the ribs, the lower back, and Summer is not able to get any deep breaths. She's not able to breathe.
Bayley Humphrey, not only with that size, but a background in forensic science, criminal psychology. Got the mind and the body. Can certainly get it done in the ring. We've seen it before. Can she do it against Summer Sorrell in her first match?
Hit her with the bow!
And Humphrey now, no! Went for that big elbow. And again, that quickness, that track speed of Summer, able to get her out of her way. And now, JB, Summer's got a fighting chance. She's got a puncher's chance now in this match.
Well, the crowd's behind her. Summer Sorrell in a very short time. Well, the affection of the audience here, knowing what she's up against.
Well, look, if you haven't learned anything about Summer on social media, she loves caffeine to get all the energy she needs. She's going to need it right now, and almost able to steal one. And I don't know, JB, would this be considered an upset?
You know, I got to think, just because of Summer Sorrell coming into this her first time in front of the crowd.
Crucifix, shoulders down, near fall again.
But the training here at the PC that both of these have received, both of these athletes, is spectacular.
display. Big, nasty backbreaker by Bayley.
And you got to think, what is the Undertaker thinking up there? What is Michelle McCool thinking, and who's going to take home the points in this episode? We're about to find out next. Look out for this. Bayley.
We talk about innovation. If you haven't seen this, social media takeover. Humphrey secures another victory.
There is your winner, Bayley Humphrey.
She looked really good. Summer looked really good.
The matches have concluded, and it is now time for the legends to decide who will receive the points for this week. The legends will now determine which future great used their size, whether big or small, to the best of their advantage in the ring.
1 point will go to the best female, 1 point best male. I'm gonna start with you, Michelle McCool.
All right, I'll start with the ladies first. Ladies first. I thought everybody did a good job. I thought the improvement, Summer, that you've had, leaps and bounds just from last week to this week. Bayley, you're a monster killer. Dani, you fought from underneath. But my vote definitively goes to my girl Panina for the aggression, the domination, and how she led that match.
1 vote, P Nasty. Bubba Ray, coming to you.
This was a really rough decision because, Dani, you left such a great taste in my mouth at the end, the way you worked it, but you couldn't have worked it without Panina's help. My vote is for Panina.
Mr. Undertaker.
First off, Bayley, I screwed this up. The match y'all had was really good. It just didn't tell the story that we were telling. It took you out of the equation, and I apologize.
They wanted more aggression from me and more, I guess, showing my size in the match. They expected more from me.
Dani and Panina, you guys told me the best story. Takes 2 to tango. I think very unselfish on your part, Dani, but the star of that match was Panina. Panina gets my vote.
Booker T.
Hell, it don't matter. Even though I was gonna vote for Panina anyway, but it don't matter.
Unanimous decision. Congratulations, Panina.
Yeah, P Nasty.
On the board.
Yeah.
All 4 of them said my name right out their mouth. I did something for my coach. I'm glad we finally got on the board, but now I need 10 more points. Now I need 20 points. Now I just need to win this damn thing.
And moving on to the men.
We keep hearing everybody say it takes 2 to tango. Elijah, I thought you were a huge star tonight. But I think a big part of that was because you were tangoing with Anthony Luke. It was big guy versus little guy. I think he established that better than anybody tonight. And my vote is for Anthony Luke.
Anthony, kind of the same boat as Dani is in. I don't think your opponents shine without, which I'll do. But again, you have to be able to make yourself shine too. Elijah, the way you sold early and then the fire on the end, Elijah gets my vote.
Booker T.
You know me, I'm a straight shooter. I call it right down the middle.
Left of center.
No, right down the middle. My man Chris Island, we got work to do. I ain't gonna put you at the front of the class if you don't deserve to be there. I just can't do it.
None of the legends really saw that it factor when it came to Chris Island. But I believe that I have something that none of them have. I truly believe that, and I'm gonna believe that until I'm either at WrestleMania or I'm at home watching WrestleMania.
Anthony, this season is yours for the taking. I really believe that. But it's gonna be up to you whether you take it or not.
I see what the legends see in me, and that's why they're so hard on me. But that's what I'm used to. I've been playing football all my life, throwing up, get up on the line. Like, I need that coaching, hard coaching, because that's how I get better.
My vote has to go to the guy that stood out the most. Big man, smaller man. And that was Elijah Holyfield.
Elijah was able to make himself look small, which I think was a very difficult thing to do. So, Elijah, we got it.
So the standout future greats here today, Panina and Elijah. Congratulations.
I was very grateful because anytime you get respect from those legends, it means a lot, but at the same time, it means nothing. I have to treat it that way because I need it again next week, and I need it again that next week, and I need to win this.
The standings after today, Booker T still in the lead with 3 points. Undertaker and Bubba Ray tied with 2 points. And Michelle McCool, you're on the board with 1 point.
I'll take it. Man, I was so happy when I got my first point. I don't know if I could have gone home together with my husband had I not gotten a point this week.
I'm out of here, y'all.
I appreciate you.
I feel that light bulb just kind of like flickering right now. I'm waiting for it to just snap and go off, and I believe that time's coming soon.
I know I'm still new here, but I want to get a point for Michelle. I want to show her, too, that I'm a real contender for this.
Taker said in season 1, you will change the face of women's wrestling, and that's exactly what I plan to do.
Next time on LFG.
One of the worst things you can do in this line of work is get comfortable with what you're doing. I got me a luchador.
Outside of your comfort zone, hating you and loving you.
This isn't TV. This isn't anything but a fight.